Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. Typically speaking, police officers have limited jurisdiction when it comes to pursuing a suspect across state lines, and if they have to, they must communicate with the law enforcement agency that has jurisdiction. There have been several incidents in town that have resulted in a suspect or a vehicle refusing to stop for officers and then crossing state borders. Earlier this year, a minor headed from New Hampshire who was running from police used his vehicle to crash through a roadblock on the new bridge between Brattleboro, Vermont and Hinsdale, New Hampshire. I was able to get Assistant Chief Evans of the Brattleboro Police Department to make some comments on this topic.
Brattleboro, Vermont is a border community with Hinsdale and Chesterfield, New Hampshire. Because of that, we have certain jurisdictional challenges that occur here. Normally, Vermont police officers have statewide jurisdiction throughout all of the towns in Vermont. So there's no jurisdictional issues for us from town to town. However, when we look at a different state, there are certain issues that come into play for us. Thankfully, New Hampshire and Vermont have a statewide mutual aid compact, which allows us to work back and forth with New Hampshire authorities on various crimes that occur, mainly felonies and DUIs, where we're allowed to chase people that do those things across state lines and take them into custody.
In another recent incident, a black Jeep refused to stop for Brattleboro police officer Cody Johnson and was able to make it across the bridge at a low rate of speed, so the officer decided that the best course of action would be to end the pursuit and notify the Hinsdale police.
So as part of the training to become a police officer in Brattleboro, one of the things we do is train our officers on what tactics and what crimes or situations they can chase someone from one state into another state. Mostly that includes life safety.
This past summer, we had a very serious incident where a man armed with a firearm fled from police on a bicycle into Hinsdale, where during a manhunt, he fired several shots at officers before he was apprehended by the New Hampshire State Police SWAT team. There are several reasons why an officer will not continue to pursue a suspect who is not pulling over during a traffic stop. Some of these reasons can include rate of speed, public safety, or even in the hopes that backing off will keep the suspect from driving in a dangerous manner, keeping the officer and the suspect safe. However, Vermont and New Hampshire police have a strong relationship, often working in tandem to keep their communities safe. The Assistant Chief of the Brattleboro Police Department explains New Hampshire and Vermont have a basic mutual aid compact statewide. That basically means that we can chase uninterrupted across the state lines for felonies and DUIs and make arrests. Hinsdale and Brattleboro also have a mutual aid compact, which allows our officers and theirs the ability and authority to operate as a full police officer in each other's towns upon request.
So for example, if you had a report of a suspected DUI and we found the vehicle in Brattleboro, an officer attempted to pull it over and they drove into New Hampshire, they could follow that vehicle continuing into New Hampshire to try and stop it. If the vehicle stops in New Hampshire, the officer then connects with the department in New Hampshire, so Hinsdale Police Department, and has them come over and then investigate the DUI.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.